What up, family? Guest boy Dash 20 Mary Lee at 6:27 p.m. my city, Chicago, Thursday, September 25th, 2025. 35% on my phone, just turned 6:28, going all the way to 6:29. All right, Mary McNamara, let's wrap this up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a rodeo or something. You know, I didn't hog tied them and everything. All right, long story short. In 1995, when I gave Oprah Winfrey my child abuse rap again for the second time or whatever and stuff, you know, my story on 3 cassette tapes to the sound of music, front and back in the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech before they put me on the psych ward after I gave it to her and they realized I was going to really be somebody. They tried to make it seem like I was crazy and stuff. And then they was like, you know, you're going to get this Social Security check. I said I didn't want it. That's what I told the doctor. I don't want it because I knew, you know, I was going to be somebody or worse, more dead than I am alive, right? And, you know, but I ain't say all that. I just say, I don't want it. It's like you can't get out unless you sign off on it and stuff, right? So, you know what I mean? Who gonna turn down some money, right? So they basically forced me to take the Social Security check. And then the movie The Negotiator came out after 1995. You know, it's all about that disability fund. And if you Google the quarter 2025, you'll see Stacy, you know, Muller or whatever, talking about the disability. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm not a greedy person, and I went all the way. I'm gonna keep going. I went all the way to, you know, I went to Aldi's today, and I went and got some apples or whatever and stuff. And this lady, you know, my every move is a calculated step, and they coming up off of me, you know, some kind of way, you know, using me. They not spending their money, they spending mine. Like Lil Kim say, why spend mine when I can spend yours? But anyway, long story short, the lady had some cat food behind me. I said, what's the cat name? And she said Vanity and 2 other, you know, names or whatever and stuff. Now, vanity is like a sin or whatever, one of the deadly sins or whatever and stuff. And people may be like, oh, you so vain or whatever and stuff. I'm trying to go all the way to 6:31. And, you know, but I'm not, because I had a picture when I was a little girl and I had Shirley Temple curls and I showed, you know, Oprah Winfrey in 1995. I had sent her some pictures and everything, you know what I'm saying? Trying to really prove my point like I'm trying to do now, right? And, you know, one of the pictures was me as a little girl, you know, with Shirley Temple girls, and I was real cute, and I threw that picture in the garbage. So I'm not a vain person. So for the ones who try to put that stigma on me, that's not me. I can't help that you was jealous of me or whoever you know, people are and stuff, you know, and I knew they was going to come after my looks and stuff, and that's why they gave me cancer in 2016. I'm not a vain person. I just like, you know, keeping myself up, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Now, run till that. All right, we're going all the way to 6:31. It's the 5, and of course, I had 5 on us, but yeah, they don't care about that. This the 9, and the music was loud and clear in 1995. I ain't got a lot to kick this based on a true story. Oprah, you know, she was hating on me. Simple as that. This is the 13. Real tough. You know, girls just don't get along for some reason. And this the 6. Bloods and Crips, I'm just saying. Step your game up, you know. I tried. You understand what I'm saying? Until I get my T-top drop-top Cadillac truck. And, you know, my respect for real, my real money and this, that, and third. Expect the worst from me. 6:31. Step your game up. Peace.